Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Utility here for Nexa and Amanet going into this. Boomich sees that in his hands. We might see something quick and in the face out of him. But Ancient, Untested Waters, the newest map in the pool, and the map to kick this one off.
You've been thinking about this call already. You've been visualizing how that pistol goes. Ancient, the curveball thrown into this grand final. Simple to be tested, immediately smoked off. Well, it's just a decoy. It's very shallow. They're in though.
A-split here, going through donut. Flashes lined on up. Pop in, away they go. Bomb site is open. Nobody from Navi to contend this one. Open runway here.
Navi are paranoid now, starting to rotate a bit. He is going to be the first man on the scene. Looking for first blood of the final. Who will take that shot? Bomb to be planted. Long range exchange. Still nobody has hit the deck, and there it is. Blood drawn. Simple puts his name in the feed right next to the rookie. Already bodies are dropping for G2, and it's a disaster. A bomb plants something.
We better hope that's not what's to come. Simple already kicking things off. Flawless for Navi on the pistol. Oh dear, you better hope if you're G2 you brought something into this force by Navi throughout this tournament. Second round conversions, 100%. Ooh. Haven't dropped a single second round here after winning the pistol. Let's see if they can keep that untarnished record. Got a bit of a tech issue here, guys. We love these. Give us a second.
Perhaps he's been punching his monitor in success.
Boomich was so happy, things is done.
Oh boy. But you're bang on, Chad. The G2 Samurai, that is the opposite of how they visualized that one to go.
Yeah, if the Devs didn't do it enough, the last two finals we've had on LAN in the last 2 years was exactly this. Navi versus G2, and Navi dumpstered them both times, 0-3. Absolutely dismantled. Coming in here today, G2, they have Nico in absolute best form, but they're going to need him, and they're going to need that supporting cast around to make this one possible. This curveball of Ancient, they need to push them here, and it's not going to be easy.
I mean, there is something to be said about being that underdog, right? Nico knows how it feels to be a favorite in a grand final. But coming in as the underdog and ready to bare your teeth, there's a lot of Navi chance in this arena. The black and yellow jerseys sticking out throughout the Avicii arena. It looks like Boomich is almost ready to rock and roll.
We're ready, but other teams, looks like things are good to go now. Buys are coming in. Force buy for G2 on the menu early. Some Galil's out. We'll get these replays. Simple to kick things off, but everybody for Navi walking on in, grabbing ahead. Flawless stuff, and when it's electronic, simple, and bit, the first kills in the server, that's the recipe for success right now. AK in the hands of Nico. Let's see how it goes here. Been fantastic in the openings. We're going to spread out into a bit of default across the map, G2. Not in a rush here. A bit to contend with. Aggressive towards main, but up there he is. Nico in the fight.
Multiple targets. Managing his angles well. Re-aggression. Perfecto dips his toe already again. Simple silences Hunter. That was one of the rifles.
4v5 now. This is going to slow down a bit here. Nico's low already, but Simple the same. Both on 34 points of health respectively. Patrolling mid. Jack's now the aim. The shot not quite there. Another opportunity here, and the bullet's not landing. Smoked off. Simple's going to have to concede this position. Feeling this one out now, and still a minute on the clock here. Bomb, it's making its way all the way back through T-spawn. Nico has control of lamps. Pressure towards the B bomb site here. Perfecto, Boomich, Electronic, they're all to receive. Take a little bit of a look at the utility. There's not a whole lot, just a flash in the hands of Jax. They're going to have to do this with bullets. Straight through, Boomich low, trying to find him in the smoke. On notice now.
Using every second they've been given. Already on the back foot. Nico bleeding, yet to frag.
Coming in long now, walking up, contact play.
Jax, the spearhead of the G2 assault. The G2 Samurai start to slice and intersect into B. It's Electronic in the off angle. Jax already found by Simple. Surely not another spotless round, just one from G2, and that's where it's left. Another for that 100% conversion.
Yeah, keeping it intact here, and you're right, just one kill coming on through. That's all they have to boast after 2 rounds of play, and they're taking their time. G2 went default heavy, took their time, took the fight, and Navi stand up tall again and deliver. Want to make sure these guys aren't on a heater early. Simple with aggression as well, just thrust forward, low HP, finds another angle, and just picking them apart one at a time. Navi early, reading them like a book. And now we're going to have a light pistol upgrade here. This is a chance for Navi to really dig in their heels. Keep this one spotless. Avoid any of this damage. Don't let G2 plant, but that's what they're after here. A little bit of traction in Perfecto now. Flash forward, one for him. Nico hits the deck again a bit. He's here to deal with this, just cleaning house. Smoked off, denied. They're going to have to wait this one out in time. It's just going to simmer down again, but here's aggression. The Undertaker up close and personal towards the smoke. Wants to get this one done already.
Confidence boosting frags, these ones, especially when you're in an aggressive position like this. Jax! That's his first, and it's a spicy one.
That's what we want to see from Jax here. Old boy, but he's got the aim of a youngster.
Oh my god, and part of me thought he might have had that.
Time now, just want to get this M4, still a minute on the clock, a couple more kills, not too bad for G2 here. We know the money game, the economy, want to keep them humble as far as the investments go. Simple's going to have to reinvest, but he has an opportunity to bring out the AWP as long as the rest of his team stay alive. Amanek Hunter with a lot of room in mid, but Electronic's coming. He's patrolling. They're over towards the site. They're turning their attention one more time through Donut. This is going to be a slow approach.
It's ready for this, and there's the bomb to confirm his suspicions. It's only Hunter. Head on a swivel. Okay. Nothing to report from the M4A1 and a nice 3-0 start.
Yeah, as expected there, the Eco Bash, and that second round conversion, that now in today's Counter-Strike leads to the 3-0, right? We all understand how it works. The force fight doesn't go your way. You're going to have to take a bit more of a save scenario. They did. One kill. Okay, well, Jackson and Amanek are on the board, but nobody else is just yet. And it's those other three names we need to see as the driving force of G2. Nico, of course, but the supporting cast of Hunter and Nexa need to be there. The guns are out, Simple into the big green, and here we go. Mid-control early, you can see here, smoke towards the red house, Molly as well, and Hunter and Jax, they're taking the space, bullets through, not going to connect just yet, but Electronic is going to be flashed forward.
They're both there, they line up for the spray, and one and done. Jax keeps them in it. Boomich, pressure as well. Nico slid through the lane and smoke. That is a very powerful wallbang, and he's taking some gambles here. Boomich caught out. A lovely find from Nikola Kovac.
It's all about the rotation now. Simple and Perfecto are already back to B, but G2, they can take a moment here, take a breath. They're all packed up together, looking a little bit clustered here over towards the ledge position, dropping down Tetris over towards mid, and now it's Bit's turn to be tested again.
It's a powerful spot in Donut. You can get a lot done, but you need info, and they've already split through. Not again. This time, Amanek silences the rookie.
They're rotating quickly towards A. They know Bit is the A defender right here. Perfecto and Simple are out of position, and we might just see a save. That's great from G2 to get this gun round so strong. They played together, they traded off one another, and that's it. The bomb's down, the 40-second timer begins, and this should be a save.
No funny business with a hunt, though, right?
No, I don't think we should see G2 looking in early, right? They're going to build their cash, but the G2 fans know what that means. They're on the board. We want this one to be a competitive final here today. No more of these blowouts. The desk were talking about it. They want somebody to push Navi, to put them through their paces, to truly test them here, to go through a major undefeated. Never done before.
They haven't dropped a single map.
Yeah, would you believe it?
I mean, come on. And G2 believe, you know, it's not like this wasn't a long conversation. An ancient, the newest addition to the map pool. As G2 find their first.
All right, well, the early stakes here is that mid control. It's a little bit delayed, right? They're not going to run through those CT mollies. You saw them take their time, smoke off top mid, use the skybox molly towards Donut. As far as the cash goes, no dramas. Navi, they can buy. It's all good. Plenty of cash to splash, drops even if they need it. Kits are coming through, the buys there, the head armor as well.
I see the AWP on Simple. I mean, where do you typically... Is he responsible for mid? Is he going to be a floaty boy? What do you do with that big green?
Keep him moving, keep him mobile. Let him set up early here, over towards middle again, and this time a bit more aggression. Two mollies, double mid out to play, extinguishes either way, and this one should stall on out unless they want to push the issue. Boomich over towards Lamps again to be tested by Nico one more time. The flashes through mid, they are taking the space. Donut has been a priority for them, so maybe the rookie a bit. They want to test him, they want to see if he can bring that form through to the grand final stage.
Oh, he swallows that. Blind as a bat, Perfecto. Great catch, and that's the star of the G2 show. Forced to watch as round 5 transpires. Bit again. Interesting smoke. Bit fell short of the mark on the first head. This time, backs are turned, heads are popped. One and done. Simple's here, though, to clean house. 2 remain. G2 already tumbled. They have a good suspicion as to Simple's position. Oh, and a miss. A chance. A little glimmer of hope for G2 to shaping up aggression as well. He's coming through. Nexus not ready for it. Oh, and that's a big one. 2v4 becomes 2v2. Game time. 45 seconds. They're not in a rush. Uh-oh, but maybe they are. Perfecto and Boomage are partnered up. The gruesome twosome. Ahead of it. Still blind. That's the end of him. A taste of his own medicine. Only Boomage.
He's looking in for this one.
Backs are turned and down goes Nexa. Pressure now onto Amanek. The 2v4. Now the 1v1. Can he turn it on? He takes the fight. G2, 2.
Huge round, 2-on-4 situation there. They just took their time. They let the game come to them. Hit the brakes, paused on out, and Navi were the ones in the rush. Oh dear, okay, G2, and that's from Nexa, that's from Amanek, the two of them combining here. Players from G2, yeah, they're online early.
A Sexa round as opposed to a Nexa.
They're getting the all back in the hands of Simple here, but that's it. Most players are taking a bit of an omission. Simple with the big green, it's the hero AWP. Light investments across the board, some pistols, some smokes, that's all they have. They have to allow Simple to play with this AWP right now. And look at all the pressure on Nico, the only man taking this B lane control.
But they don't know that. The sound is there, the smoke is there, and Nico once again has cleared it out.
They have a clear game plan. This has happened time and time again. It's constantly smoke top mid, have many members come on through, get mid control, and try and pressure a bit over towards that donut position. This time he's not home. This time it's all on Simple with that AWP. Your pistol players, they need to stay alive, and Simple needs to find some traction here. But they have no information. This is very passive right now from Navi.
Procedural. Lamps now under G2 rule. 60 seconds for their commitment. The bomb's still loose.
Yeah, if they can gamble over towards B, just take a look. Perfecto and Electronic still have smokes. It's all going to come down to the timing here. There's the first drop on out. That'll stall out another 20 seconds off the clock here. But with the bomb down, Nexa needs to pick that up on his way through T-spawn. They're walking in. It's the right call if Jax can hit this first shot.
Already chips away at Perfecto. Surely you don't want to walk through grey screen. He does take the gamble. Oh, not checking his corners, and Perfecto does make a little mess. Nico, though, he's fallen as well. G2 cannot lose this round. It's Simple hit and banger. 2-on-2. Bit and Simple. He has been brought low.
Smokes are faded. He's got the angle here, Simple.
18 seconds, and he does connect. Oh, maybe! It's denied and bit! Holds his nerve with the pistol. That is magnificent.
We talk a lot about the man right there, but those smokes from his teammates facilitated him to get in position. They stalled out that attack right there from G2, and that right there is just the AWP, a couple of pistols and some smokes, perfectly timed. They do what they can, but coming through the grey screen, they're separated. Simple hits this, the second is brilliant, but then Bit set up in the one-on-one.
Whoa, he held that.
Back in we go. Mac 10 in the hands of Amanek here. Could see a little bit of a pace change out of them. More players over towards B lane as they lock down mid here with heavy presence. Forward play from Electronic and up and over he goes. Tetris with the swing. A flash would be great. He's just going to peek.
That's a lot of information. Hunter's responsibility as well. The trajectory does sell him down the river. Still tucks in Electronic. And Nico lunges her. Coming in hot, and that's a headshot. B-site, only one man to defend it. Mid-fight, won by Bit. He can activate. They'll have to give them the site. Playing for the retake. Bomb to be planted now.
There's kids for this. They have a couple of smokes as well. They can wait this out. They can take their time. They have the utility advantage over G2 just here. They've dropped out of the site. They're going to piece this one together. Smoke lined up from Simple. That's going to isolate the top of B ramp.
And still, we have a smoke and a kit on Perfecto. His job is clear.
The wallbangs might come into play here. They're all going to be isolated. Those smokes are going to start to fade. This wallbang from Amanek could be everything.
Running out of time here. Running light on time. The wallbang comes through, calls the bluff. On it. He's defusing. He's still defusing. Knocked off. That'll do. Nico saves the day in the last second.
Oh, they all go down there. They all went down with the bomb just there. Money going to be a real conversation for both teams here. That's huge to pull that away. Getting into that 3-on-3 situation, the heads-up play, they boost over the smoke. Thinking on their feet right here, G2, and they're keeping this one interesting. But just take a look at the finances right now. Navi, they were bottom of the barrel. Both teams are as far as loss bonus goes. So this one should be a force. We'll catch that again. Nico through the smoke. You think he's done it? It's so close. What are we looking at there? 0.4 seconds on that one. Couldn't have been closer.
You saw a bit adjust as well, like he nudged back off the wallbang angle.
Right here, it's a timeout from G2. Right, Navi lost the round, but G2, when they went down with the bomb just there, they lost everything. So both teams are starting from scratch. The buy for them is not going to be great. You're seeing the Galils purchased up here. They're going to be light on as far as weaponry goes. And for Navi, if they buy back, if they force in, they can get themselves some P250s, Deagles, 5.7s, a little bit of light util. This is going to be a very, very interesting round right now. This is almost like a second round, right? This is almost like a second round in the game where you see a couple of AKs, a couple of Galils, but we're 8 rounds deep going into this one. Mid control again on the agenda.
That is a very long molly. Extinguished. They've got a stack here if they do commit to middle. Oh, what are you up to? Nico may not be anticipating this. Oh, tip of the head. Nico does the head one and handing out haircuts, 2 quick ones. The full investment of Navi falls short of the mark initially.
Yeah, and that's Bit being tested early here. It was his job to hold that line. Able to get them across the line here in a 3-on-5 situation, even though Nico's low at this point, unless they walk back into the stack that currently is Perfecto and Boomich towards B. This should be G2's round. They don't need to take any risks. It's been very telling of their game plan early. A lot of plays over through Donut towards A. We've seen that on the lower buys time and time again, and once more they're using that exact same avenue.
And it's not a bomb site we see an awful lot in Ancient.
Yeah, that's one of the things here, right? We're used to the B hits. The A is something that I really think you need that mid control to get the most out of here, but Boomich, he wants to get the most out of this round. He's heard some footsteps, would love to get a Galil in his hands here, and I don't think Hamanek's ready for this. Bring around the Rosie.
So loud about it. Boomich, perfection. Oh dear! He's let that one go.
There's some nerves. We're starting to see a little bit of shakiness out of Navi here early. They're not going to get too much more out of this unless they walk into the Denner Electronic. And Nexa looked like he was flirting with the idea for a moment, but as I mentioned, the economy for both teams is very fragile. This is G2's chance. Don't give these weapons up and take that away. Great stuff there. Nexa finds Electronic sleeping, and we're going to call this one 4-4. We're all tied up here. It will have to be the eco from Navi now. This map, historically speaking, it's been CT biased, but over here at the major, starting to level out a little bit more, getting closer as far as these two sides go. So far, so good for both teams. But Navi are likely to lose the lead here.
I'm impressed that G2 shook off that loss to the Pistols.
Yeah, that was rough.
Straight back. I mean, they've got 4 of the last 5 rounds under their belt. It's Navi that look likely to concede another here.
They'd love to upgrade into these AKs, right? But they're going to need to hold on to these Galils for as long as they can. So 3 players over towards Lamps and Cave right now from Navi. Simple top mid bit patrolling Donut. 3 USPs, a P250, and really it's just the UMP. We have to turn our attention here to Perfecto. He's the only man who can find too much traction. They're jumping up again, the same play, mid-control into Tetris. Perfecto might get some company.
Information.
Still advantage here.
Nico, however, is addressing the situation. Perfecto still a threat, but silenced immediately afterwards.
I think we can call this one done right now. Last 2 with USPs in their hands. Bomb making its way towards the B side of the map here. Not going to take too long with this one. Get their mollies down, get the smokes in play as well. Don't take any risks.
That is kind of G2. Woof. If any of our newer viewers haven't seen much of Ancient, you've got to see both bomb sites over the course of these last 2 rounds.
We're being spoiled here. Next round, we get the 2400 as the loss bonus, so that's going to mean Navi's buy. It's not going to be super strong now. Simple, I don't know what you're up to here, mate. But I don't think you can get a lot out of this situation.
Neither can see.
On the fade, goes on down. Nexa with another. Nexa top of the charts right now. 9 kills for him along with Nico. Those 2 have the most frags in the server. Simple with 8, Electronic with 7. Middle point here of this first half. Now, needs to be a turning point round, and wow. We're talking about the budget rifles over there for G2, the Galils. Take a look at Navi's buy. Take a look at this. They've gone for Famises. They need the utility. They're opting for nades here over the firepower of the Silenced M4.
A product of that diffuse round. God, there's a lot of util. Flames. All over middle. And smoked for good measure as well. He wants it. Electronic commits. He's only got 13 bullets. He won't have enough. Silence now, but it's Simple's mid-hold. Nico needs this. Ooh, 20 HP and counting. They've already turned a 2v4. And this, now a 1v3. Amanek was a component previously.
If he gets moving right now, he can just isolate a one-on-one fight against Bit, the A defender. Perfecto on Boomich still over towards the B site, but he's not to know that. Cuts noise, takes his time, and has a decent amount of utility to work with this. A smoke could be towards Donut, a molly for Temple. Take a bit of a risk in this situation. You got two options. Try and get that bomb down, or take a fight early, turn it into a one-on-two situation. But Amanek creepy crawly in towards A. Mantle up towards Temple here, and might get an opportunity to find the timing on Bit.
If he starts to reposition. Safe for now.
He's going all the way through CT spawn here. If he goes highway towards B, Perfecto and Boomich are checking. It's back around towards A. This angle Bit might not be expecting here.
We will now. Looking for a plant. Playing for the team. $800 minimum injected into everyone's bank. And oh, he's already low. Bit finding the tip of the head. Now looking to reposition. They're coming. Oh, spotted on his retreat. And that's the end of that. Well handled.
Right now, if you're Navi, sure, get that diffusing as quick as you can, but go and pick up whatever AKs you can find. I think there's one brawl on through, and Simple had an M4, right? We need to take inventory here, because this game right now is all about the economy. Both of these teams are in a position where their bank is pretty rubbish. In the next round of play, G2 have facilitated themselves another buy, but think about this, we're on the knife's edge. When you're close to that min-loss bonus, right? When you're at the bottom of the barrel, as we like to put it, you need to make sure you're picking up all the goodies. They get the AK, they get the M4, they do what they need to do here, because guess what? G2 are about to bounce back with some AKs of their own. No AWP here, by the looks of things for Navi. That was huge. Simple, right? That molly, I think it missed. There's no way he should have been able to get away with that. It looked like it was way too shallow. In towards mid, Simple behind the flames gets two, so the impact right there from Simple was massive. But now we're turning our attention. No more mid control. We're heading straight towards B. They want to punish Perfecto and Boomich.
Early stop mollies. Keeps the CTs away from aggressing ramp.
Oh, nice nade.
Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. Already. Bleeding. And he's gonna, oh, he's going in. He wants to play ahead of it. Looking the wrong way, it's Boomich. Pierces the ears of Nico. There's pace to this.
They have util as well. They can smoke this off and explode. Nexa already pushed up in cave. Could be good for a kill. The spam, trying to make sure nobody's home, but more util being thrown on out from both sides here. Electronic Perfecto, Boomich, all ready to defend this.
This just looks like an unbreakable site. Impenetrable. Jack's giving us all a tutorial.
It's a risky molly. Smokes are coming in the air now.
Simple.
The hit's coming through.
He's coming too. This is going to be a four-man defense, Chad. It's so telegraphed. A boost. No vision. Bullets have connected, but G2 breaking through. Oh, spotted over the boost. Jax is in trouble. If he goes for the plant in the default spot, oh, Simple will connect. Bomb loose and running shy on time.
25 seconds now. Need to get this bomb down, and they think they will.
They're pushing. Went straight through. And good shots out of Hunter. Wow. Competitive now, if anything, favoring G2. Bit found as well. Okay, Simple. What have you got for us? A dag. Not enough. Looking for the body bag. He's opted for the pistol. Amanek hunted. Getting chaotic now. What is this?
Getting a bit shaky here from either side, but that was Hunter stepping up with some massive impact. Those two headshots. Nexa was the first, I believe, on the way on into that site right there. Passive play from Navi. It comes back to bite them. They're hoping to play around behind those smokes. And a timeout now from Navi to have a bit of a discussion. Blade, a chance for him to get on the mic with the team here.
They had a really long team huddle. Blade was the only mouth moving in it. He's back on the mic now. 11 rounds into map 1 of our grand final.
G2 are putting up that fight we've been looking for here. It's been some good stuff early. Nico, Nexa. Hunter there, he only has 3 kills, but that's an impact round, right? That's an impact round in the early stages of this here.
And you can see Nico. He's got a bloodlust in him. He's got the capacity. for those frags, but it's the fact his team follows up with his commitment.
One of the things here I want to highlight is the conditioning towards mid. It's actually drawn multiple more members over, right? We've seen Simple and Electronic trying to deal with that early, and then in that round, G2 went towards B early, right? So you can see they're trying to pull these strings. Hunter, smoked off for now, nades on through. Molly
Not gonna
as
miss
well,
this time.
yeah. Get on out of there as Nico again, just the only man tasked with this B lane. They're turning their attention towards A again. Zeus in the hands of Boomich, really?
I think we'll save the sound effect for online.
Bit's got a CZ, perfect weapon for the job up here. Should be good for one.
They can't fumble this. And Bit is striking nicely. The Deagle tested, just shy. And that's the last.
Clean in house now.
Maybe on the road there, yeah. Caught jumping. Nico should have this every day of the week. Especially Championship Sunday.
To get pushed here, so 1 and 2, and there it is. G2 with 7 rounds to their name. Starting to turn it on here, and their map pick, it, you know, felt like it was out of desperation, that Navi map pool. It's beautiful to see. But taking it to Ancient, taking it to the newest map, it's working out so far.
It makes a lot of sense if the confidence was there for their own T side. And Chad, we talk about Ancient having a defensive bias, albeit by a small margin. This is a good haul.
Yeah, right. Historically speaking, for sure. I think here, if Navi are able to get to 8, that's a great bounce back from them, all things considered. But again, it's a couple of Famuses in the mix. Simple's got the big green out in his hands, the AWP back in play, and Nico again there, just like in the contact. He might even walk up on the timing here.
This guy flashed off. Simple knows, and Simple's quicker. That was aggressive out of Nico, but the squad is still coming. The pressure is still mounting.
They're in. It's going to have to be a retake situation here.
Only one kid. Keep your eyes on Perfecto, and Simple plucks Jax from the pack. This is a hard clear. The P5 there, and straight through the corner. 3-4 from Simple. This is his world. We're just living in it, looking good for the 6th, and they don't lose a single play. Look at all those AKs, Chad. 4 Kalashnikovs and 4 frags out of Simple.
Hey, he's just calm about it here, Simple, isn't he? This is the major performance in the final you want to see. Guess what? 17 kills for Simple now.
Just a casual day in the office.
This is the man you all come to see. And he's putting on a show. The first, the flash is fading. Nico trying to take some liberties. The second, the reaction shot. This one, only the bullets to work with there onto Amanek, and they just keep on coming. Simple, he almost does it alone, but his sidekick of Electronic, he takes it away.
Chad, he has the same amount of frags as 3 members of G2 combined.
Quick maths. Doing that not only...
That was a risk.
Yeah, different stakes right now, isn't it? Back again, the AK's out. Slowing it down again in that mid control. Much of a muchness. The boost on over. Nobody aggressive towards Tetris, giving Nexa and Nico some more room to work with. Vector's been brought over towards Donut here, so a change in the CT defense. They're adjusting on the fly. They took that timeout, and this adjustment's come on through. Spam from Boomich, risky maneuver, bullets back.
Oh, it's close. The narrow margins keep Nico alive.
Since the update, that has been so spammable. It's paper thin, and Boomich thinking about it.
Oh, this is his time. He will win on this. Oh, but Nico bests him. Everything pointed to Boomich taking that frag, but Nico has pulled it back into an advantage for the G2.
They've actually pulled a massive rotation. Perfecto left Donut, Electronic left top mid. He's trying to babysit over towards this B lane back area, but the rest of the G2 mob are going with what's worked. They go and pressure Bit over towards A. He's in Donut again. This time, it's going to be a main push. 4 through, Nico the only man over towards B.
We've got a little idea.
Wait, there's only one smoke on Amanek to take this site. Depends on the positions right now of Electronic and Bit. They can lock this down, the two of them.
Oh, well, he doesn't miss. An 18th inscribed in the feed, and Bit collects as well. Oh, it's disastrous. What can you do? Simple Electronic in pursuit of the 7th, and they're just taking it in turns. 2 from Electronic into this one. The lurky boy from Nico. No time.
Yeah, just worth the save here. They're going to need that going into the next round of play. The last round here in this first half.
How's the funds?
Yeah, 1,900 coming into the bank balance. I'll let you guys at home do the maths. It's not going to be looking great for some of them. Hunter, Jax, they can buy. Nexa with a Galil. Amanek, yeah, he's in a rough spot here. And Nico is just going to be able to buy some nades. But they should have enough here to make a competitive go at it here in round number 15. But take a look at what Navi have picked up. 4 AKs. 4 AKs in their hand with the AWP. That's a dream here. especially with a player like Bit in the server today. See a Mac-10 coming out, Tech 9, maybe something pacey again, right? We still can see that gear shift that hasn't come in a lot. Hunter Jack's default spread one more time. Mid-control granted. B is where they're taking a big chunk of damage early here. Running through the flames, taking a nade into Bubic. He's got one and there's more to come. Bubic with the second there, shuts them down.
Get out of my house.
Need to find an opening here, the 3-on-5 situation. Bubic is still low. A little bit of map control here mid. They could turn their attention, but it feels like G2 are heading back towards B, and this has been a great first half, but you'd love to get one on the way out the door.
Momentary calm spreads around the Avicii arena. Last round of our first half, and already with a limp G2 in pursuit of the B-bomb site. They've rejigged the setup. Hard clear. Jax looking the wrong way. Easy as that. Just 2 remain for Navi to take this half and take it with a W.
Telegraph now. Gonna need some bangers of shots here out of Hunter and Amanek. Timer problem. 25. Coming in.
Simple Amanek. He's ready for this. They double peek. Need more out of them. That'll do nicely. Navi 8. G2 7. An even affair here on Ancient.
The conversation coming into this, the battle of Simple versus Nico. Well, Simple, he's here to play right now. 20 kills in the first half. That's massive. That's what you want. That's what you sign up for. Nico with 13. It's not that he hasn't had his moments. You can see how much has been put on him. The fans are loving it.
I can't believe, Chad, that for some reason I had a moment where I didn't know if we'd have a full arena. I don't know why I asked that question. Counter-Strike fans have come from all across the world, and we are absolutely packed tonight. Much love, Stockholm. One more time, can I hear you?
French pistol here. P250 in the hands, and Amanek, he rips it straight on out. Big shot through the smoke. Away they go.
A whole lot more. Look at
pushing
this.
in. The Julies as well.
Kovac Cousins clearing. Nico doesn't need his help. Hunter's just there to spectate. Navi in a tailspin now. 2 casualties very early into the piece, and one of them is Simple. 20 frags will be kept to that in round 16.
This is G2's round now. So much time here for Navi to work with, but they don't have anything as far as control goes. Bit passive. Burmich and Perfecto tucked over towards B. The bomb needs to be scooped on up. They have that one flash for Perfecto to work with, and well, right now the B-bomb site is pretty open for business. Hunter here, he doesn't realize that Burmich is in pocket, has no idea that he's already slinked on past. These jiggles is how they're going to confirm the B control. It's running on back now, 50 seconds left, bomb scooped up, Nexa starting to float on over. Nico calls mid-clear. They can start hedging their bets right now, G2, over towards the B-bomb site.
So he picked up a couple of nades there. Just as he looks away, pressure mounts for a moment.
Nico's flanking here. This could be the round. He's going to be there so quick. They're going to be so worried about Nexa, Hunter in the site. Nico's going to be here in time.
Oh, he's so quick. Just need to distract him already. Put Perfecto, hits him to the wall, and it falls apart. Perfect. Unscathed G2. Take a pistol.
That's huge from them, right? This is their pistol. Now they need to do what Navi did. They need to convert in the second rounds. Here's the drama. Here's the problem. Navi, they actually have the highest second round break in the whole tournament. 66.7% for them, right? The highest. The next is FaZe at 57. So right now, if Navi choose to force buy, this is still going to be a difficult task for G2 to get past.
Oof. Satisfying to see the Julies.
Not going to be the force buy, just a light one here with a couple of pistols. Deagles, P250s, Azus for Boomich. Oh, Perfecto, this is quick.
Okay, very quick. Will he be cleared? The answer's yes. Nexa provides it. More
Still
to
coming.
come. Yeah, they're just going to deny all of this territory. Boomich has already slinked on through, and he's got the Zeus.
Almost the perfect weapon for the job right here.
It could work. Oh, just far away. Just a touch. Too far.
Good stuff from G2 now. They've mopped this one up, right? Only 2 more players to find. Electronic and Bit. They're walking into A. Jax to deal with that. Bomb spotted. And that is done. Jax with 2 big kills there to confirm. Now the AKs will come out. The buy should come through from Navi here. G2 have taken the lead again. But let's see what they have installed. This is their map choice. Why have they picked it? What are we going to see in the change-up of the CT side? Both these teams have only played Ancient once throughout this event. The number 1 Sexa fan in the audience right there.
Yeah, I think she's lost her voice. Been in the front lines for the entirety of this, and I mean, he just keeps winning.
Look at this buy. Perfecto into a Deagle, left $800. Boomich is, we've got the Galils, this is odd, and they have to deal early with Hunter. The Molly's going to corral them.
They might bait them. They might think it's just
Not clear it.
They're not going to clear him. Simple! Oh! Everything suggested that was Hunter's frag, but Simple turns around and slaps him.
How's he done that?
No idea.
You can't be missing those. Not like this. They're coming on in. Amanek's turn. He doesn't miss.
He's going to have to find a whole lot more than that. I love the smoke and play around it. Nico's got a nade and the FAMAS is there. Nico gone. Only 1 man, and it is that MP9. Clearing does spot the first. There's more to be found, and there's an AK for him to play with, it looks like. And he'll answer his own questions now with the smoke fading.
It's great answering these questions, but Perfecto has the rotation. Bit taking the bomb all the way over towards B. Perfecto right now, if he guesses correctly, he can deny next to the territory, but look at this, coming through Donut. He might slip straight past. He might be able to make his way up and behind. Perfecto won't be ready for this.
He might spot him when he mantles. He might. He's not moving though.
Bit's looking. Bit's ready for this fight. He needs to win this or Nexa can just run on in.
Oh, he didn't spot him. Just slips the corner.
This is the gap. He's through.
Oh my god, he hasn't seen him. No idea. Nexa has managed to thread the needle between these two. Perfecto's still worried about A.
Bomb's halfway gone. Over halfway gone now.
He has a smoke in a kitchen.
He's looking to save. Nexa could pull this off.
No. Smoke on the site now.
He's not going for it. He's just saving. He had everything he needed and more.
Oh, wow.
Gives it up. No idea. In the dark, and Navi, they walk away with that one. That was a bit for nade. Stuck in the A main choke point. That initial kill, how does Simple hit that? He's not even looking.
Hunter needs a little bit of a pep talk after that one. That will get under his skin. Make no mistake.
Not going to get too many opportunities like that in a final like this, right? The player's not looking your way.
Simple staring at a stone wall as you pull the first trigger.
Yeah, going to need to convert those. Look, it's not the end of the world for G2 right now. They can get back in here. That saved AK actually worth its weight in gold. This is it. Not looking. And it manages to hit that one there. Red face for Hunter, but 9-9. We're still tied up. B control taken. Lane is Boomich, Perfecto there to chip on in. Lots of space right now for Navi to work with as G2. They wait and receive for this kind of attack. Nico in lamps. Kits in play, util there.
Oh, that's an opener. Nexa just wants info and he gets a bullet straight between the eyes, and there's more to come. Simple, 22 frags here in round 19. Posturing for control. Nico advancing straight through the flames. Oh my god. And there's more. Electronic at least keeps the advantage in Navi's court, and we've got 60 seconds for this one to once again slow down, only for a moment. They've cleared out Bit. Things will level out and things will slow down.
Jax is still coming here. If Jax pushes the issue, if he gets a bit of a timing right now, they're going to lock them in towards Cave. All 3 grouped up. Hunter here as well. They've hedged their bets correctly. Everybody from G2 can respond to this.
Simple's responsibility, and it's Jax's to make the choice as to when he strikes. Contact to be found here. Smoked off. Now Hunter. A lot of opportunity. That's a nice headshot. Tucks in. Playing for Amanek from Hunter. Where they're coming from.
He's going in.
1-on-1. 15 seconds, and Jax is the bomb down. Jax is going to be just behind him.
Time is the just plant. Jax knows he has to stick it.
Plants for the A-Hall side. Jax makes a step. Oh, it's the headshot angle. The Frenchman up against the Russian, and Jax will take it. Vengeance. And a 10th. G2 find double digits first, and that is 3 of these 4 defensive rounds going their way.
Great stuff from Jax there. Pressure situation. Absolutely pressure situation. You see the games that are being played late. You know, Perfecto, in that moment, understanding he has enough time to run towards A, not stalling out, not getting worried about the fight, but Jax, he takes the time, he understands how that game can be played, and then his aim, he backs it, he takes the fight, wins it with ease, and puts Navi back in a questionable situation where they take their second timeout. Now, the last time Navi took a timeout, they immediately bounced back, right? Blade changed the script, he flipped it on them. They have enough money to buy here, at least on a couple of their players. Boomich with 4.6, Perfecto 4.5, Simple with 4.7. The other two of Electronic and Fit, look, it's not going to be great, but they can justify the purchase because it was a one-on-one. Right now is where you want to keep the pressure on, and this has been the story of this entire map so far. Neither team has been able to break away from economical woes. You haven't been able to build a bank. This has been a back-and-forth game. Great stuff there from Hunter, right? He set this one up. He hit some big shots. He made up for the boo-boo in the previous, and that buy is out.
Perfecto's usually good for those. You can see it's almost a surprise to him.
It's pretty good in the clutch. Tech 9, Mac 10. Still the default spread for Navi, not wanting to take any risks early. Simple teed on up to take the mid-fight, but nobody going to push the issue. Again over towards B, and this time early cave presence. Deep molly towards the divider. This is going to hold them back, but Nico's already ran through these flames. Will he do it again?
I think he's had enough of that.
Two of them here, they are going to fight.
Through the fire of flames as it fades, and it is a Dragon Force of Navi breathing life into round 20. Hunter's silenced as well. This one will just peter out into nothingness, and those 3 frags happen very quickly.
We haven't had a lot of this, right? We haven't had a huge amount of saving going on, but the issue right now for G2 is Simple is on the prowl. He's already close mid. Jackson and Amanek are over towards that site. Simple can actually start crawling, right? If anybody has the liberty to overstep the line in the server right here, it's him and Nico. The bomb ushered in towards the site will go down. Electronic is also starting to turn his attention for the hunt, right? They can probably throw 2 guns at this. You can justify giving 2 bodies away. Amanek and Jax need to hold on to this. There's no loss bonus going forward for them. 1,400 in the next. If they want to be competitive in the next round, they need to live.
Deerstalker's firmly affixed to Simple's head.
They still have 20 seconds for this. There's a clear intention. They are looking for the G2 members.
If he steps, they will hear it from Donut. He's walked the whole way. Tucked in tight. Light on time here. There's going to be contact. There's going to be contact. Hold. And that'll do. Jackson Amanek holding on to everything. And they commit 3 to that, Chad.
Yeah, maybe bitten off a bit more there. You can chew Navi. The drop should be fine. They can work this one out, but they aren't going to be building that bank we keep talking about. For G2, keeping 2 alive with the cheapness of these M4s, right? It puts them in a position where they can actually drop guns, right? The buy that you would have been seeing coming into this round, it would have been nothing if they lost those. So this is huge for them. They can stay competitive. We can keep this one tight. 10-10, all tied up here. You know, there's no defining point. Neither team is relenting right now.
I've seen Nico's Deagle do unreasonable things and whistles one past the ear of Boomich.
Space taken though, and they've loved this pressure. Both teams are fighting over cave control quite religiously here, and that's a great nade. Electronic chunked on down. Just dropping a couple of extra nades, yeah.
Oh, he smoked. Yep, nice extinguish. Will buy time and maintain control at least of the site, but cave now occupied. Suppressing wallbang deters Nico from the safety of that corner.
He's going to have to take a risk here, Nico. Looks like he's pushing forward. Flashed off for now, but I think he'll reconsider that.
Deep smoke to buy time. Maybe a bit of attention towards this cave. Hard clear on Boomich, and oh, he is more here, and that's not bad, but that's better. Boomich gives us a 4v3. It's so telegraphed.
The second wave's coming. They want to push. Jax is coming in. Jax.
Want to clear him. Boomich looking the wrong way. That's great. We need a whole lot more. Oh, Jax delivers when it matters most. And there's water knocking on the door. Bit silences him. But still that 2v2. Can't deny the plant. Hunter chooses not to reveal who he's coming from. Time on that smoke. Fading now. Oh, pressure. This could be interesting. He looks away. Amanek has a chance, but Simple again. Quick adjustment. They're both in here. And he snaps on the first one. Doesn't clear the box. Bit holds his nerve again. That's another 1v1 for Bit.
That hidey hole right there really played into that round. You could see how Navi used it, and that was so much pressure, but immediately the shoe put on the other foot. G2 are the ones who are broke right now, and this back and forth nature, this is what you want to see. This is what it's all about. 1v1s, as close as you like. No timeout being called here. Jax, you know, you feel he's done so much here. The second is great. Rock in a hard place. Having to worry about Cave and Long goes on down. But Simple's done that twice now with the readjustment. He's looked away and adjusted in time. Saving his team when they need him most. And well, you can't deny his presence in the server right now. 23, but guess who's rocked up to play as well? Electronic with 17. The big boys, they're here tonight. Full eco taken. Hedging over towards the A side of things at G2. This one here should be a foregone conclusion. Look how forward Electronic is. He's taken so much space. Regardless of these rotations back on over, Simple might get to add his stats even more so here. They're combing through mid.
It's so insane to me that Bit can... Oh, there shouldn't be anything more than this. He can hit those heads every single day. Continues to farm up. And with 3 added to his tally, Electronic cleans up. 73% headshot ratio from this kid. I can't quite process that. The average at the previous majors, we're talking 40, 50. And over the course of this undefeated spree, he has been body bagging through the dome more often than not.
This is a really important round right now. We move into this loss bonus at 2,900. Sure, it's okay for G2, but if they lose everything, if the Hunts stay religious like they have been for Navi, that could be a real issue. And remember, this is the map pick of G2. We go into Nuke next. Navi have won 17 in a row. The Navi Nation, they're out in full force tonight. There's G2 fans here though as well.
There certainly is a cheering section. The Avicii Arena willing Navi for a 13th, but as you've highlighted, Chad, this is a lot for G2 riding on round 23.
Going to be some issues here. Light on util, right? Don't have all the flashes, all the HEs. They also don't even have a defuse kit. Keep that in the back of your mind here. If we find ourselves in another post plant, it might have to be a save, and Navi will then get up to round number 13. Mid-control utility out. Mid-control fight coming on through. Amanek thrust forward. Just the default spread again here. Nothing different.
He wants a look.
That's going to be heard now.
They'll know he's there. The cousins to be tested here as Perfecto does burn down to 39. Has a glance, nothing to report. But here comes Navi.
4 of them.
Yeah, they're ready. Bait and switch. Nico takes the first. Nexus here as well. Surely they pull the plug on this one.
Yeah, that cancel right there. Perfecto with the lick of the flames. They were on high alert. They knew that they were close. When you do a play like that, you want to make sure you don't make any sound cues in that regard. You know, footsteps can be masked by the flames, but there, when you get licked on up, you know what's coming. The space is still in their favor here, but G2, it feels like they've already dispelled this. That round felt threatening. Now that it didn't work, Navi are petering out. They are getting that control, but this time there's nobody in the fight, in the sight. 2 smokes, couple of flashes.
Must-win round for the CTs. Simple readies himself for war. Smoke indicates a commitment, only 40 health. Nico looking the wrong way, and so are they. He gets away with it, but the site is now taken. Boom is swinging in, delivers. It's Nexus keep him humble, but look at Navi's name in the feed. Another chance for Simple. Oh God, did he get him? He actually did. Hunter's gone. Jackson Amanek.
They're committed now. Look how far Amanek is. He's also leering into the site. Looks like they're going for this.
He's not going to forget about that box this time.
Remember, no kit here. Time a problem.
You're right. And they do peek in. 1 of the 3. Presence in the cave. They're both there. Their dream if they had a smoke, and they do. Jax surely can drop it. Oh, but he's been fumbling with his nades, and they both line up for him. 2 more headshots for the tally, and Bit puts G2 down in the dumps.
Move over, Scream. There's a new headshot machine. Bit's the man. He's legit. You've never seen a rookie like him. Stepping up on the stage. Major Grand Final. First in 2 years. And another clutch.
He's just collecting. He's farming. There was a real chance, Chad. And then Bit happens. Look at him. He makes him do backflips. And it means a lot to Sasha as well. 13, and that's a death sentence for G2. They're only going to have one more chance. And this one, surely a freebie.
You can see again, back down to the pistols here, and Navi more pep in their step now. They can smell blood. They're going quick, and Buchholz gets 2. Nexa with something, but this is Navi surging forward now. 14, more than a likelihood.
There's a small universe, Chad. Just a tiny one.
You're telling me Nico with a deagle can get a couple of headshots?
He's done it once, or twice.
His biggest problem right now is on the wrong side of the map. So as Navi just slink their way in through A main, connected at the hip, all 4 members, it will be Nexa and Amanek. And they should fight for this. They will be able to buy in the next round of play. The loss bonus is finally with them. If they can make this costly, if they can continue to put Navi in pressure situations, it's going to play into their confidence as well. Smoked off. That's almost completely denied here. What are they meant to do? Nico, yeah, sure, he's coming. Unless you hit a bullet through the smoke, it's going to have to be an absolute banger here.
Yeah, no kit to be seen. The bomb now planted, uncontested. I say uncontested. A brief chance and through the smoke, simple. He's heading towards the 30, Chad, and they just come into him as easy as that.
Nico now taking a look, trying his luck. And there he is again, 28 now. I think what we're witnessing here is Simple realized, I think, right? I feel that this man on our screen right here, there's a conversation, it's in the pubs. We know how good he can be. This one's for the resume.
Yeah.
All right, well, the guns are back out. Amanek, first time we've seen him into the AWP, but it has to be desperation stations right now for G2. Changing the setup, they're going for a 4-man heavy B lead. Might want to fight, might want to control, they're going in. Molly's now hold them at bay, but they want to force, they want to push, and they've actually smoked them off. They've given them the space, it's just Buchholz who's through.
Desperation stations, or is it time for some domination? Oh, the Navi Nation! What? Right between the eyes, Nexa tucked in tight. And 15 looms now. Doom almost certain. They might have to gamble. Do you really just split your resources 2-2?
What do you do against that? I'm in awe right now.
G2. I don't know how much Nexa even saw of him.
Oh, I don't know what Simple saw. There's still a chance for G2 in this round. Let's pull ourselves together here as they've hedged their bets over towards A. A massive gamble stack. A massive gamble stack. They're reading Navi in this one. Bits forward, there's 3 to find. This is going to get deadly right now. G2 could do this.
There's a chance. 45 and counting. Pressure on Navi to clear the site. Bomb needs to be planted within this 40-second window. And already Hunter fends them off at the gate. Another, this time Amanek puts his name in the feed. It's coming together, the Samurai.
There's time to rotate. Electronic has the top mid control. It's only Nico over towards B. If he can deal with Buchholz, he can win the round. G2 need to rejig this, and Hunter's trying to cut them off with the pass as well. This is about to get dicey, 20 seconds.
There's so much to go on. They're through. Hunter won't strike immediately. This is the clear. He needs both. Nico. Oh, and he goes down to the dig. The site's open for business. Electronic keeping Amanek in spawn. Oh, Amanek, this is such a big frag for you. Not known to be the world's best on the AWP, but he's found him. Only Simple can save them. Hunter's already on the site and Simple's pushed up. They're going to clear him. His own judgment.
He didn't
look. Didn't clear.
He didn't look. He didn't look.
Amanek, can you really do it again? He's hyper aware. Oh! Oh, they called upon him, and in their dire moments, Amanek has saved them. 3 frags, Chad. Otherwise, it's curtains.
That was the screamer of Simple to kick things off. We're going to catch it again on the replay, I'm sure. The flick of the AWP right there. They had everything they needed and more. But G2, that's brilliant. Check this one out. Bang! On the peak, he's down. But this here, holding them back, not letting them through, forcing them elsewhere. Amanek does a lot, staying cool under pressure. And this could have been a genius clutch from Simple. Stepping into the line, knew he had to make a move, and Amanek just deals with it. There's some life in G2 yet. Another timeout here, 3rd called for Navi now. Blade back on the mic. G2, the resistance we want to see, we're seeing it now.
You guys are fantastic.
The Spy's a little rough around the edges here for G2. They have the AWP still, but an MP9 for next, so the buy much better for Navi in this, and Amanek 20 kills to his name. How much more can he do? Electronic, this is looking quick, they're coming out. And that's one, Jess is dead.
Oh no, straight through the smoke! Electronic doesn't need to see them to find them 21 and counting, and now Nico has an entire squad coming knocking on his door. Slinking away and no test immediately. That will do nicely, gets away with it. What was 3v5 now established into just 4.
Can take their time, can be a case of hurry up and wait here for the CTs. They've already done pretty good as far as the gamble stacks go. You can leave Nico over towards this A site, B site. Maybe his name alone is enough to ward them away. But Navi are taking their time as well. Bomb about to be scooped up from Bit here. He's taking this walk all the way back through. Simple Perfecto towards Long, Boomage still in towards Cave. This really, truly is all on Nico right now if the hit was to come.
Simple's already made it very clear that he is in this grand final. Maybe Nico's turn.
They're not rotating. They didn't move on the flash. It's just Nico.
It's just him. Nicola in a lot of trouble. 30 seconds. Where is the cavalry? He's gone down. Bit opens up the account for Navi, and the rest surely is history.
They have to save. They have to save. It's a horrible position to be in. This is going to be 15 now for Navi. 15 on the board of Ancient. The curveball pick coming on through, and they've made it there first. Now it has to be the save. There's no other choice right now for G2. Tail between their legs. Amanek's going to hold on to that AWP next to with the M4, but they're broken through. Flashbacks now for G2. They've been in the final. This is the third in the last 2 years on LAN. And every single time they've stepped up against Navi, they've just been battered away. It's looked way too easy.
It's got better every time, right?
Slowly, but surely, the games have gotten closer and closer. This time round, they pushed them again, but doesn't stop here. Overtime, still a chance for this one. The loss bonus, we speak about it all the time. There's enough money to drop guns. Facilitating another round here for G2 to put up some form of resistance. For those flashbacks I'm talking about, is this the boogeyman? Can you beat them? Can you stop them? You get here time and time again, but they say no.
You just don't know how it feels to beat Navi. You've got nothing to call upon in terms of experience of how that feels, how that works. Navi have got your number time after time. Surely Electronic doesn't get another this time. He gave him a double entry on his patrol through mid. He's through. Nico could be tested early. Oh, booked! The combination. White screen from Simple. Electronic. Oh, and he's been equalized early. That will slow things down.
Amanek's putting up a fight here, leading the charge for his team, and they need him to step up. 4v4, this one is going to slow down again. Simple forward, Perfecto dealing with any pushes towards B, and it's coming their way. Amanek posted up, slinking on down. Perfecto just under the scope. And there it is, the shots are back. Perfecto's low, and Nexa wants to take the fight. Flash on over, Perfecto jumps away, and there it is, another kill, but Amanek has done a lot to make that happen.
It's only going to be Jax. The fact that Simple's still going to be showing face on B, they're not going to go... Oh my god, he's been deleted! We don't even get to see it! Up to Hunter now, he has managed to pull one out of the hat. He's going to push this, he can isolate. It's a one-on-one, a duel! And he's lost it! Boomage takes off the head, a 2-on-1 established. Amanek, he's been so good. In the grand final, he's the one pulling G2 through, but a 1v2, the bomb is ticking. And that's the end of that. 16 to 11. G2's pick goes the way of the Navi.
Hello guys and welcome! I hope that you're doing well and you enjoy this grand final from 2021. in Counter-Strike Global Offensive in 8K video resolution rendered natively on two Titan RTX video cards in SLI running stock, 100% fan rotation, and Intel Core i9 9900K overclock at 5.1 GHz with the 8 physical cores. Hyper-threading technology is on, equals to 16 logical cores, 16 logical threads. Okay, this is the part 1. There is 2 maps and it's going to be a part 2. I'm putting the part 2 right now for you in video comments to watch. This is going to be the unique video. This is going to be the best Navi grand final, and it's recorded in 8K video resolution. This demo is unavailable right now, but you can watch it anytime in crystal clear 8K UHD. Okay, so let me show you real quick what kind of system I was running and some SLI preset for those who's curious, because Counter-Strike Global Offensive has some issues for the SLI while running multiple video cards in NVIDIA SLI. So let me go ahead and show it to you guys. So two Titan RTXs, this is my NVIDIA driver. Of course, it was running natively without any DSR, as you can see. So I set maximum frame rate 1000 instead of maximum frame rate is on or off. And power management set to prefer maximum performance. This is under the global settings. SLI rendering mode, NVIDIA recommended because it's not going to be applied for our Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So go ahead and smash the pause button and copy me exactly as I did to achieve the same results. Okay. Then I went and I created the profile, custom profile. I didn't use the NVIDIA inspector, so I clicked the add button. This was the SIM version. I allocated the folder where Counter-Strike is installed, allocated the executable file, click on it, and NVIDIA pull up some settings. And this is the settings that I used. Okay. So pretty much 1000 FPS for max frame rate. Then use global settings, maximum performance instead of optimal power or adaptive. Make sure to use maximum performance, otherwise you're not going to render too high. You're going to waste a lot of CUDA cores or idling a lot of CUDA cores, because Counter-Strike Global Offensive PC game has some issue with multiple video cards, has some issue with the SLI. Keep that in mind. So to be able to utilize the SLI, you must run in 8K UHD with very fast processor and or above 8K UHD. I'm also recorded 10K, 12K, and 16K UHD video resolutions over the UHDking.com. Go ahead and check it out on all kind of different systems and presets. So also important thing, SLI rendering mode, force alternate frame rendering to. Short for AFR2. So you gotta click on that and set it like that and apply. Okay, this is very important. And that's it. After that point, make sure it's quality. That's all what you need to set. Alright guys. What else? The system. Let me show you the system. ASUS Z390 Maximus 11 here motherboard, 8X per PCI slot Gen 3 per each video card. Okay, 1600 MHz times 2, 3200 MHz as external frequency, CL11 1T command. I think this DDR4 is the fastest possible DDR4 because it's 3200 MHz, but not CL18, not CL16, not even CL14. CL11 1T command. I was using 4 sticks, 8 GB each in dual channel because the maximum support dual channel for bandwidth, 128-bit. Even 4 sticks great for quad channel, 256-bit, but not supported on a Z390 chipset. And cache frequency on a processor was 46 multiplier, which is reflecting 4600 MHz or 4.6 GHz. It lowers down below 45 nanoseconds. NS stands for the nanoseconds. In the game, MS stands for the milliseconds. And usually on stock, this processor showing above 60 ns, 60 nanoseconds. The low value is better. So maximum bandwidth for this processor that is supported, 42,000 megabytes per second. But I'm pushing almost 50,000 megabytes or 50 gigabytes per second. Okay. This is the preset, and this was the Corsair DDR4 5000 MHz CL18, but unstable on this Z390 motherboard, unstable on Gigabyte Extreme Z390 motherboard, and I think Corsair lying that this memory is supporting the 5000 MHz as DDR4, but we're going to test that. They told me only MSI carbon fiber extreme supports that, but I'm going to retire this system and I'm going to build the system Intel Gen 13 CPU, which will be Intel Core i9 13900K with a DDR4 platform Z590 chipset motherboard that's going to support as minimum 5200 MHz DDR4. So we're going to test it and we're going to find out if the DDR4 3200 MHz CL11 was faster actually as DDR4 5000 MHz CL18. The reason why it's not running that because it's Micron technology chips, and DDR4 for frequencies above 4400 MHz loves the Samsung B chips. Micron technology loves the low latency but hates the frequencies. Samsung B chips hates the latency, low latency, but loves the frequencies. Alright, so I utilize this memory as best as possible, I think. The graphics 2 Titan RTXs, of course, and running stuck, but 100% fan rotation. This is how it's scored. Multi-thread performance doesn't matter, but it was thermal throttling even today on the my beautiful, let me show it to you, Corsair H150i Pro AAO water cooler with 360mm radiator and 3 Corsair fans, and liquid metal thermal compound paste by Thermal Grizzly on the CPU and on GPUs, but it was a thermal throttling on the CPU, so it didn't score well on multi-thread performance because I was using 1.4 volts to keep it stable. But we didn't utilize in the PC game at 100% all the 16 logical cores or 16 logical threads. This is going to be the scenario only when 16 logical threads will be utilized at 100%. Is going to start thermal throttling, and thermal throttling process lowering its frequencies and V-core voltages and bringing the temperature down. Okay, single thread performance is the key here. So single thread performance for about 50 points higher than it's running on stock. So I was demonstrating the high performance than 10,900K. Let me real quick go and demonstrate it to you. I was demonstrating the high performance with this overclock while increasing the impulsing of the signal through the PC overclocking process. And pretty much, as you can see, I'm beating the 10,900K on a single thread performance, and single thread performance is crucial in PC gaming. I'm beating by almost 20 points. Okay, and yeah, let me real quick go through the CPUs. Go ahead and smash that pause button so you can compare with your CPUs. This is how the CPU running stock. As you can see, I'm dominating multi-thread performance even when I'm thermal throttling, but single thread performance dominating by a lot. And single thread performance through the CPU is crucial in PC gaming in 2023. Today is June 5th, 2023. Or the older games, or even in 2025, single thread performance is the key. Otherwise, you gotta utilize every single thread available on your CPU at 100%, such as like 3D rendering, 3ds Max, Blender application. But games is not gonna do it ever. Maybe in 2030 you will be able to utilize 16 logical cores, but otherwise, most of the load will be happening on the video card, on the GPU instead of CPU. Coming in real time. So, and I was watching guys with you. It was a great part 1, map 1, and there is map 2 is coming, which is amazing. So go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe for more great videos, unique videos, and yeah, a lot of time, money, energy is invested. So support me with your like and share it with your friends who is the Counter-Strike Global Offensive fans, because this video is unique. You cannot download it anywhere. It's not downloadable, even if it says download it. You will not be able to download it. So 8K UHD, this is the best available thing on YouTube, and through the, let me show it to you, through the GeForce Experience, I was running 8K UHD, 8 times MSA as well. This is very crucial. So it's not only 8K UHD native resolution, but 8 times MSA on a 2 Titan RTX SLI, but it wasn't utilized at 99% per GPU per video card, which is the ideal scenario. This is exactly how we want to be able to utilize every single NVIDIA Turing CUDA cores on our NVIDIA pt1of2 GPUs today, which is Titan RTX video cards in two-way SLI by NVIDIA. But our CPU is not capable enough, I believe, to be able to utilize our GPUs at 99%, such as Titan RTX video cards only in SLI. You gotta run this CPU i9-9900K at 7 GHz, and it's impossible. The original stock 3.6, I was running already 5.1 in a home safe environment while overclocked on the water cooling AO, one of the best of it, with 360mm radiator. You can decrease the temperature by 5 Celsius, but you're not gonna push it to 6 GHz. Keep that in mind, this CPU. You can only do it with an LAN 2, but it's not going to be stable, and you won't be able to run like 1 hour of gameplay. You're gonna waste so much money, and it's impossible. You better set the better CPU. But however, this system from 2018, and pretty much it's the maximum possible system for, I would say, Gen 10 will be the last system that supports SLI through the motherboard, and the SLI support is certified and will be natively detected by the NVIDIA driver. Otherwise, you got to do some tricking if you're running Intel 12 Gen or Intel 13 Gen, because those motherboards doesn't support the SLI. It's not certified with the motherboards. It's only Crossfire support for AMD Radeons. Alright, so hopefully I provided a lot of value. Right now I'm putting this video for you, and check the video comments. I'm gonna put the similar videos. I'm going to record every single video in Counter-Strike Global Offensive Grand Finals in 8K UHD. Keep that in mind. Also, I'm going to do it in 16K video resolution in 2024. So subscribe, smash that like button, check for the part 2, and I will see you guys till the next time. Have a good morning, good day, good afternoon, good night, till the next time.